Good morning, children of the YouTube world. Everyone is here nice and early. It's 5:58 right now. Just trying to decide which pieces of equipment we're using, what we're carrying them in them, who's driving them, all that important stuff before a big game. That's the stuff's like big game to us. We're gonna win. We're gonna run along some adversity. You know, we see the defense come up, we're gonna hit them long, and they're gonna start to go into zone. We'll run screens inside. We're planned. We've got our plan. So today is a All-State customer. All-State's getting tougher and tougher. So All-State denied, no coverage. Another called. And they take long in between their calls. Another denial. I think this customer, we actually did their job. I'll find out exactly. I hope I'm not too off. But I'm going to say it's about 12 weeks ago. So after all said and done, you get to the big honcho, Glenn Bachman, who is a good friend of Tank Masters. He said, you know what? Yeah, let's do an age date. And based on where the age of the oil is in the soil, will determine whether or not there's coverage. In other words, let's just say in 1998, this customer pollution exclusion was removed from their policy. So that means we have to do a soil analysis. They'll run an age date on it. It's a test that determines how old the oil is in the soil. If the age of that comes prior to when the exclusion was written, they'll give coverage. Now they can decide, you know, oh, it was 1 year. They can prorate. They can do anything they want. So they asked me for a proposal. Once the age date came back and it was promising, they gave me permission to write a proposal. That night, I sent a proposal in to the company overseeing All-State. Now, we won't use their name because I got a call from the big boss who don't want his folks recorded and talked about. So we won't. I don't know. That's why. You guys got something to hide? I don't know, but I won't. It's not like they're our friends. I thought we were friendly with them, but then when you send that estimate, I think it took maybe 3 weeks for me to get a cost estimate review back. In other words, the college student that never worked in a machine once or out of sight goes through it and decides, you know, you don't need 3 Mason dump trucks there. And, you know, that whole Thursday, you're going to erase that whole Thursday. You don't need Thursday. The mats and the plates, even though that cost you probably $14,000, I'm only going to pay you for 1 day on them. The rest of the days, I'm going to get them for free. For my customer, who is All-State, not the homeowner. All-State's their customer. All-State pays their check. So, everything said and done, my $59,000 estimate came back at $31,000. Okay, and they, somehow or other, they didn't do any bores or anything, but they know how much soil needs to be contaminated. That's amazing, because I'm doing this 28 years, and I'm clueless on how much soil needs to be delineated, because I didn't do any sore bores. I didn't do a delineation of the area and put it on a grid and determine the amount of yardage that had. I didn't do that. I pulled the tank and looked in the hole. I said, based on the size of those holes and this information, let's just say about, that's what I got. Well, that number was too high too. So, fine, whatever. Which all that does is just scare the homeowner. And then the homeowner just got a letter last night from State Farm stating, because there was such a large discrepancy between oversight and Tank Masters, we're offering you the opportunity to get another estimate from another remediation company. Well, that's because State Farm thinks the homeowner has signed a proposal with me, which makes them liable to pay for everything the insurance carrier doesn't pay. But I didn't do that. I don't do that. I accept 100% of what the insurance carrier pays me. I don't go after the homeowner for anything. So I explained that to my customer, Marilyn, who's in Florida right now. So, you know, and the guy coming out to oversee this, we've known him 15 years. It's not like we hang out and we go bowling. You know, I'm not invited to any of his kids' birthdays. So are we really friends? Acquaintances. Acquaintances. But that acquaintance wants to take food off my plate. But, you know, and I've had this happen many a times where we get into it and the area is blown out. So everything that I put together, he put together means nothing. Because the project comes in way over everything. So that's what's happening. We are in we're on Middletown, right? Or Newburgh, same thing. No. Right by the Hudson River. Fine. I'm going to say I will put the plates and we'll just stockpile on that.
Or you have to sit where that is.
Or sit in the roadway. Right?
If you put it here, you sit there. You can sit in the road. It's on the right way.
Or put the plates and have him back in. And load it from here.
There's a gas line too, I don't know.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
if you put a plate right over that and sit here, right?
I hope.
If you're away from that.
This whole thing should be plated. Yep. Okay, folks, we've reached our destination. So, Craig was just explaining, we got to get that car out of the way. I guess we'll lay the plates there because we've got a sewer and we've got a gas line. So here's where we will load out. So that means here is where we'll stockpile our contaminated soil, and we're going to use a skid steer to track from the impacted area up to here. And I'll put the link in the description for this earlier tank removal project. This has taken forever to get coverage. Left the tank on site because that's what they wanted. So we're going to pop that out, move it away. I'm actually going to strip the overburden. Look at that. That scared the heck out of me. I'm sure that tank is going to have to be moved, set off to the side, reinstalled because that's the heat for one of these units. All that may come out. Who knows what the plumage here is. But I'm going to strip the overburden off here, probably back to here, down maybe 3 feet, and I'm going to stockpile all the usable overburden back here. When I'm ready to excavate, I'll sit here, we'll dig, I'll turn, I'll drop it here, the skid steer will take it up to there. That's the plan. Also, you know, we don't get a mark out on property line. So looking at this the way it is, for some reason I would think where those 4x4s are down there, that would be the property line. So it's kind of tight. I'm going to remove those little bit of trees and I'm going to cut some of that hump away so we can turn around there, because I don't want to have a problem with a neighbor's property. quite a bit of abrasiveness of neighbors. They don't want me parking in front of their home. This guy don't want me touching his garbage pail, and he said to stay off his property line. Do you think they would prefer 150 tons of contaminated soil, possibly contaminating their drinking water instead? I don't know. He may have a problem with this right here. I'm floating over his airspace. Why can't we all get along, folks? Just get along. Okay, we will set the overburden back here. Craig is going to get the tools he needs to disconnect that oil line and reinstall it temporarily out of the way, because I know the contamination goes under that. Okay. Right there. That'll all have to be removed over here with a temporary line in. Okay, the boys are moving that. They're gonna set it up temporary. Look at the water that comes off this thing. That's an issue. I don't know if these AC units run. I'm just going to take a picture and shoot it to the owner, Marilyn, who is in Florida. Let's see what she says. We'll see how Sam is doing with these. Make sure they're not on the neighbor's property. Okay, almost. Here. Turn around and go up. When you begin to backfill, you want to go to the furthest point and stock it as high as you can. See the contamination now. you, this is going to be one mess over here. So let's just try to get this thing without breaking, and I know that's not going to happen. Nope. May be able to put it back in pieces. I know. All I'm going to need is that pad, because I'll swale it away. Good enough. Yeah, look at that. Hey, watch this.
It smells old.
Yeah, look, right there. Can somebody go grab my PID meter? Yeah, terrible. So we're about 17 feet below grade. Everything here is above 400 on the PID. And it looks like it's at least a 5-foot band. The thing that makes this all difficult, it's got 10 feet of overburden over it. So we're gonna call Oversight over here and see what his plan is. Good morning. Day 2 on the Newburgh remediation. Kind of what I expected. It's definitely larger than what was approved by Oversight. So I have 2 trucks coming today. One will be there when we get there. There's only enough room to stockpile 30 tons up by the road. So he'll load that, we'll load him out, and then he'll head up to Carteret, and then he's gonna come back. So probably back at, I don't know, 12 o'clock, we'll load out another 30. Then after he leaves, we'll put another 30 up on the deck. And I think we'll do that again tomorrow. So looking like it's right around 120 tons, I think. And then we can begin backfilling and cleaning that mess up, because boy, it is a mess. And that's all that's going on. We'll see you up in Newburgh. All right, we've made it. Hallelujah, nobody parked in front of our pile of contaminated soil. The truck is there. Craig just gave a fist pump sign. We'll go warm up the 80.
Every single shot I've taken a loss, but each time I fall, you're on the ground next to me. And every time I'm low, you lift me back up again from midnight.
Okay. Loaded out a good 30 tons there. We'll go back into our spot. I don't know how Craig can work through this glass. I can't because he's young. He's got good eyesight. Get these out of the way. All right, you're good. He said about 11 he'll be back. How much? I thought he did. I thought so, yeah. I'm going to use this one for the reinstalling the tank. Bad stuff out of here. Alright, so it's kind of wrapping around the building here, and I'm trying to get to end of where that concrete slab is. See still how bad it is. There's so much contract debris around here. So I'm going to grab a sample right here and we'll do a PID reading. All right, now make sure you take the gray. Things aren't always what they look like. Go ahead. .8, 7.5. And this stuff looks horrible. 10. 10.6, 7. Maybe it'll get to 11. Mm-hmm. That's it, 10.8, and this stuff looks terrible. So that's all she wrote. What a mess. I think we're gonna end up taking maybe 90 tons out. But that all that blue gray there, that's what I just took. All right, I'm gonna bring this up front there to load out. I'm gonna go up there. All right, it's a little bit after 11. We're waiting on the truck. It's close to 50 tons here. Craig will load that out as soon as the truck gets here. And there's about 10 more tons over here. And then we will be done. Quite a big cleanup though. Truck finally showed up. We're gonna load out another 30. Sammy's gonna finish bringing what he can up here, and we've got another truck scheduled for the morning. Looked like a bomb hit it. What's happening? How's everyone doing? Oh man. Temperature right now is 0 degrees, so it's going to be cold. It's already cold actually. So I had two people that do a lot of binge watching, and they said they would appreciate if I did a time check and a date. So it's 6:42 right now. Date is the day after my daughter's birthday, February 2nd, 2023. She started up. So also, you know, a dramatic move has happened with the gentleman that takes care of my 4 mason dumps. He no longer does that. So we found somebody else. We had an unpleasant parting. He was a good guy, but he just couldn't service my needs, I guess. We'll leave it at that. So the other guy, we have an appointment on the 13th to drop the first mason off. That's having the transmission problem. We'll see how they do on that. And then as soon as we get the other one together, remember the one that didn't start? Apparently that's all apart because it was towed there. So we're gonna get that together, and then I'll tow it up to that guy. So we'll see how they do. Also, one quick thing I want to clarify, because I got to run and load up 3 dump trucks right now, is as I do my editing, obviously I watch the clips. Not everybody gets my wit and sarcasm. They take it personal. So I'm a funny guy. So again, I have no filter. It just comes out. And because I'm getting old, it comes out wrong words. I make up words. It's weird. It's hard for me to watch, but that's what happens when you throw a GoPro up in front of your face. Just want to clarify, this oversight company, I've got a 28-year relationship. So the scientists or the adjusters or the agents that I get, it is a revolving door. You can imagine how many, because they all start as a college student. They get their degree in environmental, they go to that company, and they start to work with us. So all those comments I said at the beginning was with regards to all those technicians, as environmental scientists, college students. Not the guy I got right now. The guy I got right now is one of two guys that we like. They're fair, they're very easy to work with, they're understanding. So, because I know possibly you're watching, so it may seem as if I'm talking about you at first, but it's not. Let me just clarify, because it's the same thing as texting. You know, when you text somebody something, texting doesn't show emotion. So sometimes you get the wrong vibe from the text and you think of it negatively. It's not the case. So, but people get that directly from listening to me. They just don't get me. I don't know. They don't get me. So we got a lot of work to do today. I got a hump in, and it's 2 days, and that's the other thing. He gave me 2 days, and he gave me an extra guy to do what I need to do. So my point with this guy. So we're gonna backload. There it is. We're gonna backfill, but I'm gonna load up, backfill. So I guess I'm shortening words, right? I use a combination. We're gonna backfill almost 100 tons. I'm gonna reinstall that above ground tank, secure that area, grade and slope that whole corner, make sure the rain stays away, and then clean that entire probably 2 acres up. So a lot of work to do in 2 days. We'll get it done. So we'll see you up there. So we just cleaned this all up. Big Red is gonna have to dump right there. He can't come down. So we'll utilize this skid steer to bring that product in, and then we're gonna try and see if we can get a mason dump down here. That would be great. If we can't, then we'll just skid steer it all in. A lot of cleaning up to do here. So that back area, I can't remember. I don't think it was low, but it's obviously low now. So we're going to fill that in, try to make it look as level as possible. Okay, kids, what'd you guess? How much product? How many tons? 90.47. 91.47.
That's what I said.
So I was off by 1.47 12 weeks ago when I bid it. All right, you guys can say it.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
That's true.
I'd guess 90.1.
Okay, that's it for today. Got a lot of work tomorrow still to do. I don't know. How about the tire stacking? So you can see I got a good swell there. There's no water gonna go to the house. But we'll finish this up tomorrow. We got to get some straps because we saw the guy fill it. So he just added 1,000 pounds to that tank. So we're gonna put straps on it, lift it, set our blocks, move it over, bury the line. A little better swelling there. That's it, folks. We will see you tomorrow. Good morning. So yesterday I went to a fortune teller. I don't do that a lot. And when I sat down, she immediately said things were coming to her. And she said, oh my God, I mean, the force is powerful. Do you by chance have a YouTube page? I'm like, oh no, this is gonna be good. Yeah, I got one. She says, do you have these things called subscribers? I said, yes, I do. Tell me more. She's like, I've never been bestowed this type of power before, that I can help millions of people. She said, but there's something you have to tell them, but they have to understand it's got to be immediate, otherwise it doesn't work. You know, and there's no gimmick here. I'm not, you know, I just felt it was important that I give you the information she gave me, because I don't want you to miss out on something. But she said, if you tell them immediately to click over and hit the subscribe button, you'll immediately get 10 years of good luck and $10,000 over those 10 years. This time, I'm not making this stuff up, you know, because she was reading my palm or the tarot cards, whatever they do. I don't know. So, just giving you that information. So, let's take a second and go ahead and do that. Just for a goof. Just hit the button. You don't want to miss out on an opportunity where you can help somebody. You know how those chances have come and gone for you? You said, I can help that guy out. I'm too tired. And then someone else got all the accolades. Do it. Hit the button. Just hit the button. Let's see what we can do. Okay, cool. So that guy that works on my trucks, I guess, I don't even think he works on it. I think he pushes it off to the side for a month, makes up some stories, sends me a bill. But I just got the truck back. That didn't start. Remember the one that I pulled out? And the wind is probably, it's 13 degrees right now, by the way. The wind that we pulled out, and it was sitting there, never started. And that was right after I got it back from that $800 bill. This time it's gonna start. So he towed it, had it over there, had it for 3 weeks. We got into a massive argument, so we're done. And yesterday, no, the day before yesterday, I picked up the one that had transmission problems. Well, he finally put that one together. That didn't start. Got it over here. $3,000, actually it was $2,700 and change. You know, and he's all tough. He texts me, oh, and bring a card, you know. You have my card, and you've always run my card right after the work is done. But I guess he just wanted to sound tough. Always paid my bill. Sometimes I paid it ahead of time. Well, sure enough, oh, and he said, don't use starter fluid anymore, because that's what was ruining it. Well, what are you supposed to do if it don't start, bro? So we got it here, and the effing thing didn't start. I recorded it on my phone. Maybe I recorded it on my phone for him. So maybe I'll put that clip here so you can actually see when we walk in and what we saw. But it didn't start. Just got it back, $3,000. Well, somebody's, so I had to use starter fluid on it for it to start. So it started. That's my day. It's freezing right now for that one gentleman. Today is February 4th. No, it's February 3rd. We're finishing up, and today we're dropping 20 tons of topsoil. Topsoil, probably, nobody's running topsoil today. We are in Newburgh. Morning, Corey. It's cold today. My fingers are frostbit already. So that's what's going on. There's a lot going on. I have so much to say, but I can't get past this truck because I actually just want to go quickly call Casey and put a stop charge on that debit card. Should I? It didn't start. It went to him for the problem of not starting for the last 3 years. It didn't start. Amazing. It's just amazing. That's like me installing an oil tank, and then as soon as the guy puts oil in it, it leaks. All right, that's all. I don't want to come across as angry because I brought you that news, that wonderful news. 10 years. Did you do it yet? Did you hit the subscribe button? Even if it's not true, you wouldn't want to miss that opportunity just because you didn't hit a button. At least I wouldn't. You owe it to your family. All right, enough of that. Up to Newburgh, watch us dump dirt, do a little time-lapse action, you know, the aerial view, and some music. Enjoy. Okay, it is now 6 degrees, and somebody parks right in front. Morning, Cor. I don't know, man. Okay, and that Mason dump truck that we actually got fired by using the starting fluid. When we went to quick check and shut it off to get fuel, it didn't start back up. So, all right, so we're gonna take the skid steer and regrade everything, get it as smooth as possible, and then just start laying topsoil. We're gonna lift the tank up, reinstall it. Everything is frozen solid. We got some work to do. Hold on, I gotta go over. Slide the bottom over this way a little, Core. The strap. There you go. Okay, hold on, hold on. Let me see if that... Corey, I'm bringing it back.
Why?
So he can work back there.
No, I'm done. He's done.
You're finished it?
I brought 2 blocks.
Okay. All right, Core. I'm going that way.
We're all pushing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We good?
That's fine.
Good? Craig, your head. I was hitting Craig in the head with the blade.
You hit me with the bucket.
I did. Down.
Oh, slowly. Oh! Good. Ow. Ow.
Dude, I had to stay composed and not just... What do you need, Craig?
I don't hate it.
Nah, right? I mean, it looks pretty good. I mean, look at the way it's on the wall. We may have just lucked out there. I'm sorry. Your skills have just creamed its way to the top for all the folks to see.
And I didn't accidentally leave the perfect.
All right, all right. Somebody's getting a pay raise for today. See, folks, that's why you hire a professional. And this was actually the first time we've ever done that. That's why you go to flea markets and buy $8 straps.
Free.
Good?
beside me. Give me all your issues. I'll take them and I'll make them mine. Don't get caught up in your feelings. Just feel them. It's okay if you wanna cry. You wanna cry. You wanna cry. You wanna cry. Okay, you wanna cry. You wanna cry. You wanna cry. You wanna cry.
Somebody run that. Hey, I'm gonna take a little bit, sprinkle, try to rebuild this wall, then get that out of here and I'll take all the plates. We'll put it in one.
Not getting that section behind you.
Of course I am. Can you finish? You all got that hill almost perfect. That looks pretty good, man. Just no, just on the hill maybe. But no, that's a good job.
Nothing for here.
Yeah, I'll get you some. That came out way better than I thought. Okay, folks, this was challenging. Day started out horrible with this Mason dump truck. Put it past us, right? It's only money. Just sweeping up everything here, cleaning up the roadway. You may not be able to hear me with this wind. It's been windy today. So we'll see what this final product looks like. We put down 25 tons of topsoil.